Hello friends, today our topic is Introduction of Archery. Introduction, the action of introducing something or a formal presentation of one person to another is called introduction of a relationship between a pot and a whole is called of archery. Archery means shooting with bow and arrows, especially at a target as a sport is called archery. The bow and arrow are known to have been invented by end of the upper Paleolithic, means archers, whether on foot, in chariots, or mounted on horses, were a major part of most military forces until they began being gradually supplemented, then replaced by firearms in the late Middle Ages and in the early modern period. Archery in Australia means archery is defined as the art, skill, or practice of using a bow to shoot arrows and has been used worldwide and in many various cultures in varying for thousands of years. Some researchers say that people began practicing archery as long as 15,000 years ago. Archery was an important for military and hunting skills before the widespread and efficient use of firearms throughout classical antiquity and medieval periods. Means archery was significant for armed forces and the activity of hunting wild animals. The ability to expansion and well organized way and use of pistols, gun all over the period is very typical of its kind in ancient past and relating to middle age. Mounted archers combined range with speed and mobility, means a horse archer is armed with bow and arrow, able to shoot while riding from horseback. With speed means rate at which an archer cover distance, and mobility means the ability to move or be moved freely and easily. Archery is also featured prominently in mythologies of many cultures, means a bow and arrow too made a special attraction with an important role, especially belonging to a particular religious or cultural traditions. Large number of the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or society. Archery in Egypt. Archery was a well-known sport in ancient Egypt and was often recorded on plates in ancient temples. These plates shows the kings and princes' skill in accurate aiming at the target and their strength in pulling the bow. The ancient Egyptian people took to archery as early as 5000 years ago, means ancient Egyptians who adopted archery around 3000 BC for hunting and warfare. Archery was widespread by the time of earliest pharaohs and was practiced both for hunting and use in warfare, means a request for lodging and preparation of food supplies required is often demanded by pharaoh for a small or a large contingent. The petty archer force were mercenaries from the southern Egyptian land of Kush, and they use archery for killing of wild animals and use in military conflicts or fighting. Archery in Middle East. The oldest signs of archery used in Europe date from 10,000 BC. Archery in Asia and the Middle East evidence suggests archery originated even earlier. In modern times, it is mainly a competitive sport and recreational activity. A person who participates in archery is typically called an archer. The Syrians and Babylonians extensively used bow and arrows, means inhabitant of Syria and Babylonians lodged used bow and arrow. Archery was essential to the role of the light horse-drawn chariot as a vehicle of warfare. Archery was an important to the archer as they used a two-wheeled vehicle drawn by the horses used in ancient racing and warfare. Information on regional Arabic arrowheads found from the period 1100 BC to 150 AD in the United Arab Emirates shows the use of three-bladed arrowheads, means archery was an important to the archer as they used a two-wheeled vehicle drawn by the horses used in ancient racing and warfare. Three-bladed arrow heads have been found in the United Arab Emirates dates 100 BC to 150 AD. Archery in East Asia. Archery in Bhutan is the sport, practice or skill of using a bow and short arrows. Archery set including 2 bows, 10 arrows, arrows case and carrying rack. Some of the most popular bows are the compost bow of the Mongolians along with ancient Chinese crossbows. For millennia, archery has played a pivot role in Chinese history, means a period of thousands years. Archery has acted crucial, important character in Chinese. In a particular, archery featured prominently in ancient culture and philosophy, means study of past. In specific, archery popularly in earliest customs and the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge. Because the cultures associated with Chinese society spanned a wide geography and time range, the techniques and equipment associated with Chinese archery are diverse, means during Chinese history, archery was an important aspect of life. Bow and arrow were used for hunting sports, rituals, examinations, and as a weapon of warfare. Since 20,000 years ago, skill in archery was considered and was one of the 6 noble arts of Zhou dynasty. Thanks and have a nice day.